The beautiful example of Mother Teresa. She said, I'm not a social worker. I do this for Jesus Christ. And it is a great joy that we can come out here and see the wave of conversions. We are not a bunch of self-righteous Christians trying to tell the world how to live. Quite the opposite. We are approaching 5 decades of legalized abortion. That means we have experienced abortion as a nation. We have the data and we have the pain. And so that's why the March for Life is led by those women who have had an abortion, men who have paid for an abortion, doctors who have done an abortion, or people like Abby Johnson who have participated in and sold and advocated for abortion. Those are the most powerful voices in the pro-life movement. And that's why this has not gone away, and that's why the pro-life movement gets younger and larger every single year. And we see it at 40 Days for Life campaigns, and we see it at the March for Life for sure, because this is a movement of converts. All of us are sinners, but when it comes to abortion, we are seeing the people who have advocated the most for abortion, starting with Dr. Bernard Nathanson, who have had a conversion on this issue. And a movement of converts will always be a movement of hope. And that's why this is hard. You know, if we just got mad and we said this is awful, or we came out here and we didn't pray, we just, you know, sort of grumbled along hoping abortion would end or someone else would end it, that's such a lazy approach. Love is the hardest part of this. Loving those who disagree with us, loving those who do abortions, that's what makes Christ so attractive and creates the opportunity for people to turn around and save the life of their child, but also to leave this industry. 40 Days for Life has had the joy of helping 206 abortion facility workers who have had a change of heart and leave their jobs. Abby Johnson was the 26th out of those 206, and she was my Planned Parenthood director. I knew her for 8 years when she worked in that facility. Our office was next door. And I'll never forget, you know, when she initially came in and just described the abortion she had witnessed and just had a breakdown, I never doubted her. And in the weeks and months following her conversion, there were a lot of people around the country that said, you know, do you think she's just kind of faking it and she's, you know, she's not authentic? And I suppose if I had heard about Abby Johnson all of a sudden becoming pro-life and I lived in, you know, Oregon or Florida, and I thought, oh, it kind of sounds disingenuous, maybe I would have believed it. But that was the grace of our situation, is I knew this woman for 8 years. We had many conversations through the fence. She is wonderfully incapable of hiding her emotions and her feelings, and I knew it was genuine. I knew it was authentic. And that is the story of the human heart when it comes to this issue. We haven't gotten away with this. We can't separate a mother and a child and say it's a choice and expect that not to come with tremendous, not only bloodshed, but pain for the women, pain for the men, and pain for those who work in this industry and have to daily, by the hour, convince themselves that they are doing a greater good. One of the first things Abby said to me after she resigned was very practical. She said, I no longer dread going to the grocery store and bumping into somebody and them asking me what I do. Imagine that. That's a small little hell on earth, to have to avoid your profession that 8 hours a day you spend advocating for and saying it's wonderful and saying it's protected by the Constitution. But if anybody comes up to you and asks you what you do, there's that sinking feeling. And that is enslavement. And that's what these workers experience, is freedom when they leave this industry. It is freedom, but it's not just freedom from a job that you regret ever having done. It is freedom in the spiritual realm of looking at the reality of your past and the beautiful possibility of your future. And